We are back. UFC 322 is this Saturday. We have 14 fights and 2 title fights, and I got 2 great guests that are going to break down every single fight, giving a bet for every single one, and we'll see who comes out on top. DFS by the numbers, Brady, Evan, appreciate y'all joining me. What do you guys think about this card, man?
Great. I mean, this is probably one of the best cards, if not the best card of the year. It did take a big hit, man. I was looking forward to that Malcolm Wellmaker Cody Haddon fight, but I guess the good thing is we still get to see Wellmaker on the card still. Probably gets to get another good knockout, but yeah, this card's fire. The main card's fire. The main event's fire. The co-main event's fire. The prelims are fire. I'm fired up for this one.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is one of, if not the best card of the year. But Evan, do you agree?
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. It's the best card of the year. I did really care a lot about the Haddon Wellmaker fight. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Best card of the year at MSG. A lot of the local Philly guys are on the card. It's gonna be a good one. And I like the card a lot from a betting perspective. And this is a rematch on Wager Wars going back a long time. I don't want to bring up, any of that stuff, but I'm 2-0 against Brady's. So Brady, you're going down, pal.
Well, listen, let's rewind. I mean, I got screwed. I had a big bet on Jose Aldo to beat Mario Batista.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. If damage beats control, come on, Aldo wins the fight. So I got a little screwed, but yeah, you got me the first time. We'll see what happens this time.
I had money on Aldo too.
And I'll DM you for a little side action if you want to go ahead, put a little something on, make it interesting.
It's funny because I was thinking, oh man, we're gonna get Brady back on the show. We should get Evan back on too. Like that's perfect. And then I was like, oh wow, I didn't even realize. And then when I went back and looked at the results, I saw that. So I didn't even realize when I first matched y'all up that you guys had gone and Brady's only time on the show. So it's kind of perfect. There's only been like one rematch on the show, but
I want to rematch the other Brady too. I like Roto Brady.
Yeah. Shout out to Roto.
Dude, we should have a Brady versus Brady.
A 3-way Brady.
That would be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we might need to make that happen. But no, we do have a great card, man. I think this probably is the best card. Like, man, you know how it is. You guys both know. You break down all these fights, especially like Contender Series just ended, but it's week after week after week. So it's hard. Like sometimes you don't get caught up until, I just was looking at this card like 2 weeks ago for the first time, at least like the prelims. Obviously I knew like the main and co-main and even like, like the top 4 fights even, but then what was the fight they added? Was it Dariush? What was one of the main card fights? Wasn't it recently? Wasn't it added late? I can't remember.
I know they added the Camilo fight last week, the Camilo Borshev fight.
Yeah, that one was the last one. I think one of the main card fights was added like maybe a couple weeks ago. Anyways, regardless, when I first like saw the whole card, I'm like, holy shit, this might be the best card of the year. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna go through each and every fight. As always, we'll start at the bottom, work all the way up to the main event, and they're going to give a bet. It can be money line. They can parlay multiple fights. As long as they have some sort of action from 1 to 5 units, they can do it however they want. It can be a prop, parlay, money line. Yeah, if you have any questions, if you want to change a bet, you can, nothing's locked in until the end of the show. As far as that one late notice fight, I'm assuming, there's nothing there. We're just going to skip that one. I mean, you guys can give a pick and a quick little, tell me what your thoughts are on it. But when we get to it. But,
I have a question. Is it 25 units we could distribute?
Yeah, 25 is the max.
All right, cool.
Yep. So, well, we are live officially. Let me post that. And then, let's get into the first fight on the card. Yeah, let me know if you do have a question, Brady, because I know this is only your second time. And like I said, if you want to reallocate your units at the end, we can do that. But we'll just get going. We do have 14 fights. Unfortunately, if you didn't hear, we did lose that Malcolm Wellmaker. Well, first it was Malcolm Wellmaker, Siri City. Then it was Malcolm Wellmaker and Cody Haddon they haven't updated, I guess, on Tapology. But yeah, he does have a new opponent. What's this guy's name? I haven't even looked into it yet. I just saw like an hour and a half ago. This Ethan Ewing guy. He's got some beautiful hair. That's all I really know about him so far.
I think he's pretty good, per my sources.
He's not bad.
He just fought last week.
We'll get into it. I haven't even looked into the guy yet. So, yeah, we'll see what you guys have to say. But let's start off with actually the last fight they did add to this card. Besides that, we have Slava Borshev taking on Mateus Camilo. We'll start it off with Brady, DFS. What do you think about this one, man?
Yeah, I mean, I like the fight. Like, I think it's gonna be a fun fight. But in terms of putting money on either one of these guys, I mean, there's no way. Like, Camilo's minus 170. He straight up quit in his UFC debut, completely death gassed, got choked out by Gabe Green. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that Borshev is lying about his age. I mean, this guy's not 33 years old. I mean, he's like 40s, and he's looking awful. I mean, Borshev's looked awful his last couple of fights. He's getting dropped by guys like Chase Hooper. He has no takedown defense. So I don't know what's going to happen here. And this is a fight that I'm passing on, and for me personally, but you can't pass on the show. So I don't know. I guess I'm just going to put a unit on the fight doesn't go to decision. I don't know who's going to finish, but I could see a Camilo submission. I could see a Camilo knockout. I could see a Borshev knockout. I don't love it, but a unit on the fight doesn't go. I think best price is now minus 210.
Yeah, I see minus 210. So I'll put one unit. Fight doesn't go minus 210. And Evan, did you who do you think ultimately wins?
I'm going Camilo just because Borshev looks washed, completely done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So fight doesn't go minus 210, one unit. And Evan, what do you got, man?
Yeah, I agree. Slava's chin is just dust. And I think Camilo has a pretty good right hand. So I'm going to take Camilo by KO or decision, the double chance prop on FanDuel. 2 units plus 120.
You said KO or decision?
Yes, sir.
Plus 220. And 2 units, KO or decision. Got you. All right. Yeah, no, I lean Camilo, but I wasn't super impressed in that last performance. I mean, and then you can see some other sketchy tape on the regionals. Like, this guy definitely seems, I mean, he's obviously young, and I'm sure this is going to be the best he's ever looked. That's why I'm not really trying to, like, yeah, everybody's after the last fight is trying to fade him, but I'm like, it's going to be matchup dependent, because everybody was in my comments like, oh, you're going to fade this guy. I'm like, dude, that was the time to fade him. And honestly, I missed the boat. I didn't bet that fight, and I was pissed. Right when he got out of that triangle, I watched him just like, well, check, please. I'm done. And, yeah, I mean, he's young. As long as that's not like a heart thing and he was just truly gassed. Because I'll tell you firsthand, sometimes you death squeeze on those triangles and they get out and your legs are cooked. And if your legs get cooked in an MMA fight, man, you're done. Like, you can fight with cooked arms, but when your legs are cooked, you can't even barely stand. It's just like, you got nothing. So I think that's kind of what happened. I don't think he's just like, got no heart. I just think he gassed completely, but it's a learning experience. I think he probably gets it done. Slava has looked pretty bad, but hey, if he can't get takedowns and they're just going to strike for 15 minutes, it's probably going to be competitive. But yeah, I'll link Camilo and we can move on to the next one, man. We got huge favorite, everybody's new flavor of the month, Beisinger Sursurkaev taking on Eric McConico. We'll start this one off with Evan. What do you think, man? You laying 10 units to win one, or what is it now? Yeah,
this is my least favorite fight on the card. I could care less about this fight. I do, however, like to sweat over 1.5 at plus money, so I'm gonna just do that here. Plus 186, over 1.5, 1 unit. Let's go, McConico. Fight for my money, baby. Hit that 8-minute mark.
You said, what is it? Plus 186?
Yeah.
Over 1.5. Yeah, it's not bad, honestly. I was thinking overs too when I first saw it. I hadn't looked into the over 1.5, but I was like, dude, this might be worth like Eric just might try to survive some time. So I was thinking even fight starts round 2. Because Sursurkaev's pretty patient in some of these fights.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 1 unit plus 186 over 1.5. Brady's gonna be like, yeah, cool. Sursurkaev round 1 KO. Nah, what do you think, man?
No, I mean, pretty much. I'm going the other way. I'm going to do 5 units on Sursurkaev and the under 1.5 same game parlay at minus 200. I think McConico is one of the worst fighters on the roster. Like, I even thought he lost to Cody Brundage. He landed 25 strikes in 15 minutes. He pulled a William Knight in that fight. And another thing, he hates getting hit. He doesn't like getting hit. The reactions to even like, Cody Brundage landing on, the reactions were horrible. And Sursurkaev, he's going to hit you, he's going to kick you, and he's going to hit you and kick you hard. So McConico has been finishing all 3 of his losses. I think it becomes 4. And quite frankly, if Sursurkaev is what a lot of people think, and if Sursurkaev has any upside whatsoever, not only should you be beating Eric McConico, you should be making it look pretty easy. So I think he runs right through him in the first round. But give me the Sursurkaev and the under 1.5 same game parlay, minus 200 for 5 units.
Got you. I really did call it. You were like, yeah, cool story. I'm on the other side. But hey, I get it. And let's see what the chat's talking about, because I really haven't. I'm kind of late to checking them out. Shady, what's up, man? Shady's always showing love to Evan. What's up, McMuffin? How you doing, man? Chrome says Brady will win. He also says Cody Haddon got cold feet. I am seeing a lot of that. Did anybody see what it was?
An injury.
Yeah, that's never a good look when it's just like, they're not saying why. Like, I want to see the pics, bro. I want to see 4K video, or you got cold feet. If it's the week of, I need 4K. But he said, I ain't never seen the UFC find someone a replacement as fast as they did for Malcolm. They announced them. Yeah, seriously, they must have known that something was up. He probably told them, or his team, like maybe, a day or two, like, oh, your shoulder came out of socket, just like City. What are the chances, man? And then they're like, we're going to see if he can do it. It was probably a situation like that. It happens all the time. The Angela Hill revival starts now. Interesting. We'll get to it. What's up, Mac Beast? How you doing, man? Oh, yeah. We could see a dead body in the octagon. It could be the first death. Another right hooks, 4th in a row. Jeez. Is JDM the money pick? He should just do it for the memes at this point. Just like video game shit. Just go in there and spam right hooks. Nah, honestly, I don't think it's going to be that much of a mismatch. But anyways, what's up, Haymaker? Just like this card of the show stuff. Hey, yeah, I am a big fan of both these guys, and definitely go into the caption at the top and give both these guys some love. I put Evan's X or Twitter in there, and then I put DFS's YouTube, and then you can also go to DFS's Twitter and his website's in his bio, so you can check that out. But let's get into this next one, though, man. Definitely. Oh, I knew I had to read this one because Haymaker said, you got to be on the dog. Look, you do know my style. When somebody gets minus 1,000, hey, it's worked for me. But I just I don't know, man. It's tempting. Plus 700 in a cage fight. And these aren't, I don't think Sursurkaev is going to be like a champion by any means, but McConico doesn't have a ton of power. I don't think Sursurkaev has he's going to be like a death gasser or something. I'm just not really seeing a clear path. But we can move on to the next fight. I don't have any bets on either of those. But Angela Hill taking on Fatima Kline. Speaking of the GOAT, Angela Hill. And we're back to DFS, man. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kline wins. I mean, she's minus 550. Angela Hill, she's 40 years old, and she was actually looking pretty decent later in her career, like 37, 38, 39. It's just these last couple fights, you can kind of see, the fall off is coming or has already started to come. So I think Kline gets it done. I'm just not really sure how she gets it done. Does she get it done by decision? That's kind of where I lean. Is she the first one to knock out Angela Hill? Probably not. Does she get the grappling game going? I'm not sure. I really don't like anything in this fight. So I'm going to do what I did in the first fight. Don't like anything. I don't want to lose a unit, so I'm just going to put a unit on Fatima Kline minus 500 best price.
Fatima Kline minus, what is it? Let me see what it is. 550 or
I see minus 500 on Bet Rivers.
Yeah. Actually, shout out Bet 105 minus 496.
Hey, there we go.
There
we go.
Okay. 1 unit. I wrote Hill on accident.
Oh no, no.
One unit Kline minus 496. And we'll pass it over to Evan, man. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I have similar thoughts. I don't really see Hill winning the fight. But I'm just gonna take Kline by decision at the best number out there, minus 185. I'm just gonna. I think Angie's gonna be tough to finish herself. She's still super durable. She's not a quitter. She's not gonna quit, right? So minus 185 in that ballpark, just 1 unit.
Let me see if I can find a better line real quick. Kline decision. We got. Yeah, is that a real line? Yeah. FanDuel's got minus 165. Not bad.
It's not bad.
Because honestly, it's like Hill's never been knocked out. I know she's getting up there, but this definitely could end up just being 15 minutes on the feet, man. I could totally see it. 30-27 situation with Kline. This is another one, I'm not going to lie, where I got that goblin mask, that green goblin mask that's like, Angela Hill plus 400, Cody, do it. You've hit it before, Cody. One more ride, Angie, overkill. But I don't know, man. I think Kline. I actually did fade her successfully against JJ, but then I got greedy. Tried to fade her against Melissa. I'll say, honestly, I wasn't feeling awful about the bet at first. I felt like it was decently competitive, but, then she got killed. Rest in peace. But, yeah, we can move on to this next one, man. Mac B says, is JDM the money pick? Hey, we'll get to that one, man. We'll see what they say about that one. But, we saw that. Ewing is good. He's on an 8-fight win streak, 7 of 8 by knockout. Knocked out a legit LFA fighter and Billy Brand. Yeah, Billy Brand, who had him. Yeah, they have that common opponent. People aren't fading him. He was getting all the bets. Dumb motherfucker. Jared is his boy, but fight ends by KO. What's up, Vic? How you doing, man? Oh, Chromie. Sure, he broke his foot. Yeah, okay. He slammed his own foot into a fucking door, a steel door, because he didn't want to eat that right hook. Nah, I'm saying. I'm playing. We can move on to the next one. Haddon's a beast, man. I wasn't counting him out on that one. Like, I'm a Malcolm fan, but Haddon definitely was live. There was a lot of sharp people on him that I'm sure are salty. But Chepe Mariscal taking on Pat Sabatini. Back to Evan, man. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I like Chepe here. It was tough for me too because I love Pat Sabatini. Just a great, gritty, hard-nosed wrestler, Northeast guy, phenomenal jiu-jitsu. He's just so chinny, man. And I think Chepe is going to be tough to grapple for 15 minutes, and I don't see Chepe getting subbed like some of these other guys that Sabatini's beating. So I like Chepe, man. I think he's just going to do more damage on the feet, probably drop him, hurt him, maybe knock him out. But I'll just take his money line plus 110 for 2 units.
Got you. Chepe. 2 units. Let me see what the best line is. We got plus 110. Yeah. Plus 110. You think he's going to knock him out?
I do think so. I think it's going to turn into a dogfight, and I don't know that Pat's chin is going to hold up.
And you said 1 unit or 2?
2.
And was Kline decision 1 unit or 2?
1.
Okay, got you. All right, Evan on the Chepe side, plus 110 for 2 units. DFS, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I actually agree. I think, yeah, obviously we could see Pat Sabatini, getting takedowns here, controlling the fight. But, unlike Joe Anderson, Brito, like Chepe is going to get back up. Chepe is going to at least try to get back up. Like it was a really weird performance from Brito. Kind of was content to just lay on his back, and he got controlled for like almost 14 minutes of that fight. I don't think that's going to happen here. I think Chepe is going to, get back up to the feet, or at least try to make Sabatini work a lot more than he had to in that Brito fight. And yeah, when this fight is on the feet, whether however long it is, I mean, Pat Sabatini, his chin is very questionable. He got knocked out by Damon Jackson in a minute. Like that's wild. And Chepe's not like a knockout, like a murderous power puncher, but I think he has enough power to touch the chin of Sabatini. So yeah, I like Chepe as well. But I was kind of shocked to see the KO prop being plus 460 on FanDuel Sportsbook. Like, I think if he's winning, I think he's knocking out Sabatini, because if he doesn't knock out Sabatini, that probably means that Sabatini was able to, get some top time, get some control. So I'm going to take Chepe knockout plus 460 on FanDuel. I'm going to go 1.5 units.
1.5 units for Chepe KO. You said what's the line you saw?
Plus 460 on FanDuel right now.
Nice. Damn, that's not a bad line at all. Yeah, the KO's is super live. Yeah, plus 460. Damn. Oof. Ooh, might be taking a little pokesy at that.
Yeah,
honestly, because I've been on Chepe the whole time, but I honestly I was thinking money line, but I wanted to wait to play his money line to see how the line shifted, and then wanted to see those props hit. But I didn't honestly expect it to be over like that high, plus 460. Damn.
Yeah, makes no sense to me.
I mean, that's his path, If it goes to decision, I don't know. It's not like he can't win that. He's a pretty good minute winner, but I feel like they're probably going to end up grappling. That's the thing that's been scaring me on the money line with Chepe is he loves to initiate the clinch. And, somebody like Sabatini, if you're clinching with him, then you're going to be entering scrambles in the very least. And man, scrambling with Sabatini, he's probably the best in the division there at like pure jiu-jitsu grappling, submission grappling. But yeah, I do like that. Chepe and Chepe knockout. I'm on the Chepe side as well. I don't know how I'll end up playing it, but next up, we got the people's main event, man. We got the GOAT, Uncle Gerald, taking on his stepson, Kyle Daukaus. I mean, obviously we're all on the GOAT here, right? Like, I mean, max unit play, 5 units Gerald, right? Like, come on. DFS, kick us off and tell us why. Obviously, 5 units on the GOAT, right?
So I will have 5 units on something here. Not Mearshart, but you can't completely count out Mearshart really ever against anybody, but especially like Kyle Daukaus. But man, Mearshart's getting up there. 57 fights for the guy. He's been finished 14 times at this point, and he just looks rough. Like even that Tavares fight, right? That went the distance. I mean, he looked old. He looked slow. He looked drunk, and then just looked awful against Ola Zaychuk. He's looked really, really bad, actually. The last, couple fights he's had, I think the chin has always been a concern, but it looks completely dust now. And it's not like Kyle Daukaus is a guy with a ton of knockouts on his record, but, I think the knockout is potentially live here. But I could also see Daukaus subbing Mearshart, who's been submitted 9 times in his career. So I do think the most likely scenario is Kyle Daukaus finishing Mearshart probably in round 1. I think Mearshart's really done here. But I was looking at the Kyle Daukaus to win in rounds 1 or rounds 2. That's like plus 120, but the fight won't start round 3 is minus 115. So that kind of gives you 10 minutes of, Mearshart finish equity as well. So I'm going to put 5 units on the fight won't start round 3 at minus 115. That gives Kyle Daukaus 10 minutes to finish old man Mearshart. And if Mearshart pulls something out of his hat one last time, it covers that as well. So 5 units for the fight won't start round 3, minus 115 on FanDuel and BetRivers.
Got to happen once. 5 units. Fight doesn't start round 3, minus 115. Evan, what do you think, man?
Cody, where do you think I'm going here, Cody?
I mean, I would hope you're on the go here.
Bro, this is the easiest click on the entire card. I'm not even kidding. I know he's your boy. GM3 is being disrespected here. This is Kyle Daukaus we're talking about. His last 2 years he spent in CFFC fighting at Parks Casino. What are we talking about? GM3, easy bet. 2 units, best money line price. Easy click.
Nice.
Go.
I'm seeing plus 375. And look, I'm biased as hell. Like, he's one of my favorite fighters. Just a cool ass dude. Like, dudes, I'm not even trying to name drop. Like, this isn't even, he's just a cool ass dude. Every time I post some shit on Instagram, this fight week, Frozen Fight Week, if I post some shit on Instagram, first couple views on my fucking story is my boy GN3. Bro's always showing love. He is funny as hell. He's just a cool ass dude, man. And like you can tell, Bro's Fight Week just scrolling, laughing at like Instagram stories. Like he's gonna come in. He has 60 fights. He's always gonna be live. And like I said, I'm biased, but I don't hate fight in sub either because yes, Gerald's been subbed a lot. So, you know, they're probably going to do some grappling. I think, you know, Kyle's never been subbed. I get that, but that's probably Gerald's path. You know, he's obviously never been a guy who's trying to win minutes. He's trying to strictly get finishes. But, yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, first of all, we all know Michelle Pereira, as if anybody knows, it's my boy Brady knows. I mean, cue the song. Pereira's on a yacht right now. Like, that wasn't a real fight. So Kyle this is basically his UFC debut on his second run. And you're giving him these type of numbers when Gerald backs against the wall. I hate to say that about my boy, honestly. But, you know, I mean, he's a realistic guy. Like, he does understand he needs to get a win. And you're going to put these type of numbers? Oh, I would understand props. I just like if you're laying 4-1 parlays on Kyle Daukaus and against really, I'm not trying to disrespect the guy, but he's not a minus 400 type of guy. And Gerald, honestly, he's not somebody you can really just count out against anybody. So yeah, I'll be putting some money on Gerald. I'm trying to figure out exactly if I want to play some of these props because there's some juicy ones. There's multiple ways you can play them. But honestly, the money line at almost 4-1 at this point, yeah, I mean, let's go. Gerald, Army, stand up. I won't even say one last ride because we'll be here next time as well. But Gerald Nation, I almost shaved the mustache today, but I was like, nope, not until Gerald gets his win. But yeah, okay, plus 375 for Evan, 2 units on the go. It's okay because y'all are both cash because Kyle, people are like, oh, he's a striking savant all of a sudden. Dude, Michelle Pereira went in there and headbutted that first right hook he threw. And then he's chilling on a yacht right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they strike, it's going to be like competitive, man. I don't think Kyle's just going to smoke him on the feet.
This is a 50-50 fight.
Gerald's training with people that would
clicking Gerald's money line here is just crazy to me. No offense, Brady.
Every training partner in Gerald's camp is a better striker than Kyle Daukaus. It's not like he's going to get in there and be like, whoa, Kyle Daukaus. Like, say what you want about Gerald, but he trains with everybody around him can strike better than Kyle Daukaus. Like, I say that, and it's like, like the little directed by thing, but nah, Gerald flying knee 1 minute.
Let's go.
We move on. What's the chat talking about here? Yeah, nah, Cody doesn't play about Uncle Gerald. I mean, come on, how could you? Hey, we've been there too. Honestly, before I ever even talked to him, you know, I was cashing fun tickets on him. That's why I ended up talking to him. Because, you know, just hitting him up yeah, I think I posted that meme where when I can't remember which win that was. It wasn't the Shabazian one. What was the one before that? I'm trying to remember. What was the one before the
It wasn't,
Shabazz?
it wasn't Murdov, was it?
Nah.
Bruno
I think
Silva, maybe?
Bruno Silva, and I posted a meme of him, just because he was a big underdog in that, and then he ended up retweeting it. Anyways, regardless, we can move on. Gerald's the GOAT. He's coming for the title. Title run starts on Saturday. It's not coming up here on Tapology. They haven't updated it yet, surprisingly. But we're not going to go over it as far as a bet on the show because there's no props out. But what do you guys think about the replacement? Like I said, I haven't even looked into it yet. I haven't even been on X or Twitter. And it's like tomorrow I stay on X on Fridays so I can see all the news and stuff. But, Thursday I'm like, nice, my little break. And then most of my bets are in and stuff. But, of course. So, you guys think this guy's got a shot at all?
I have no idea. I haven't taped them. The only Discord I'm in these days is Big Steve's Discord. Shout out Big Steve. And guys are talking like the underdog might be live here, but he also probably just runs into a right hand in round one. So kind of similar to the Haddon one, but a much bigger number.
Yeah. What do you think, DFS? Any shot here?
I mean, it'd be impressive if he was able to pull this off, but should be probably Wellmaker KO1. He's going to bring it, though. I think these guys are going to stand and swing dicks a little bit, so I think it's going to be fun, but probably Wellmaker gets it done. Wellmaker's like minus 500, though.
Yeah, minus 500. I mean, if it gets outrageous, I don't know. We'll see. But I do like Malcolm. I think he's really good, and he's not a guy you want to fight like short notice, bro. I'm not even just saying that because he's done it a couple times. I'm saying like you don't want to fight a guy who's well-rounded and he's also young, explosive, fast. You know what I mean? It's like you're not only gonna have to prepare for all aspects of the fight, but you also got to worry about getting like fucked up. So I honestly see another right hand, man. It's probably gonna be 4 in a row, dude. Dude's getting a montage. But we can move on, man. We do honestly have a great fight. We did get some in-depth analysis on this one over at Stat Diggers. So definitely check out DFS by the numbers. I put his YouTube in the caption at the top. So give him a follow. If you don't, you probably do, but if you don't, check him out. You guys were cracking me up on the foot comparison.
Oh, shit.
That was it was in depth. So I definitely appreciated the analysis. It was like a 0.01 discrepancy here. So that just shows, is there value on the dog? What do you think, Evan? Because to summarize, if you didn't catch the analysis, the wiki feed, there was like a 0.01 discrepancy on their score, which is like unheard of. So does that mean that there is value on the underdog here, Evan? What do you think?
I want to say no, but I might have to reassess after those insider sources. I didn't know. I have to rethink this whole thing. Shit. I'm going to still take Aaron to win a decision here. I think Tracy's in fight shape. I think she's going to come fight hard. I think she's tough. So I think Aaron's just a little bit better kind of in all areas. So I think she's going to win the fight. Just kind of out-hustle her, maybe get an extra takedown, just kind of put some pressure on Tracy and win a decision. So Blanchfield decision, minus 150, 1 unit.
Blanchfield decision. Gotcha. All right. Blanchfield decision, 1 unit. What about you, DFS?
Yeah, I mean, first look, I kind of thought Tracy might be live to maybe, stuff the takedowns. Maybe this turns into a striking fight. And if it does, Blanchfield probably doesn't look minus 250. But, I think Cortez can be taken down. And I think Blanchfield will get her down. And, when they are on the ground, Blanchfield's top control, submission game, it's just a lot better. So, yeah, I like Blanchfield here. I don't really like anything from a betting perspective. I like that decision call, but I could also potentially see a submission. I would just go money line. Give me 1 unit on the money line, best price, whatever that is.
Minus 250 or minus. 245. Yeah.
Yeah, that's circa to see minus 245.
Blanche. Minus 245. You said 1 unit?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't hate that Blanche decision minus 130 because I really don't like. And if this was 5 rounds, I'd be more interested in like a submission maybe. But I really don't see if there's a finish, it's Blanchfield getting the submission. I don't see like any other way there's a finish, man. I would be honestly shocked if one of these girls got knocked out. Like neither girl really has like a ton of power or like dangerous striking. I mean, both are dogs. Like both are, and that's the other thing. Like neither have a ton of power, and both are honestly dogs. Like I saw some people saying like, oh, and I bet Furrow in that fight, but you can't say like some people were saying, oh, like she broke Blanchfield. Honestly, I thought the opposite. Like the one thing I had to give Blanchfield is she showed like tons of heart. She just made like a strategic decision and was like, I can't take this bitch down. I gotta go to plan B. And she, it didn't work. But I mean, Furrow is a tough girl to track down. And then if you do, she's strong as hell. Strong hips and good takedown defense. So, I didn't think it was that Blanchfield broke. I just thought that was a bad matchup for her. But I think, Blanchfield probably wins the rematch here. Cortez did edge the first one. It was close, and Blanchfield almost got that armbar. She had her in an armbar for like the entire first round, but it was nasty at one point. But yeah, we can move on to this next one, man. We got Roman Kopylov taking on RoboCop. G-Rod, Gregory Rodriguez. What are we, Brady for this one?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean this is a fight that it's a lot harder to break down than it really should be. Like, I mean, Rodriguez, if this guy was a smart man, like you take down Roman Kopylov and holy crap, does Kopylov suck on the ground? I mean, this guy's a wipeout on the mat. I'll never forget the Carl Roberson fight where Roberson took down Kopylov, took his back and choked him out all in the span of like 10 seconds. I'll never forget the Albert Duraev fight where Duraev got on top, got into mount instantly and 10-7'd him in the second round. And of course, Fluffy subbed him, which no shame in that. But I mean, anytime we've seen Kopylov off his back, it just looked pitiful. And you have Rodriguez, who is a very, very, very high level BJJ black belt, but he has no subs in the UFC. And I wanted to bet the sub prop this week, but it's like, you got to give me a better price. I mean, this guy has no subs. I'm smashing my TV each and every time I bet it. The sub prop's only like plus 400. I need something better. So, and if I do bet the sub prop, he's probably going to knock him out or get knocked out. And that's the problem. Like if he stands and trades with Kopylov, I think Rodriguez does have the power to knock out Kopylov because he is one of the hardest hitters in the division, but he's also very chinny and we've seen him knocked down, I think 4 times. So I don't know. Don't really love much in this fight, but I think somebody probably gets served like on the feet. Like I said, either guy's live to knock each other out. And if Rodriguez gets one takedown and gets on top, I think he's going to smoke him. So I'm going to take the fight won't start round 3. Once again, I see best price like minus 120 on BetRivers Sportsbook right now. I'll go 3 units on the fight won't start round 3. Gives 10 minutes for somebody to get knocked out. Or if Rodriguez does fight smart, I think he runs right through him on the ground.
You said what's the line on that?
Minus 120 on BetRivers.
Doesn't start round 3 and then 3 units.
Yep.
Cool. 3 units. Doesn't start round 3. What about you, Evan? What do you think, man?
Yeah. I kind of disagree with the money line on each. I think that RoboCop should be favored here. I definitely think he's a better fighter. I think he's got more paths to victory, but Kopylov's a good fighter, man. People forget. People are sleeping on him a little bit. It's kind of like buy low season maybe, but I don't want to take that route. I'm kind of going against Brady here, which makes it fun. I'm going to go with an over 1.5 look. I love sweating over 1.5, and it's minus 150. And that's how I'm going to play it just for 1 unit. Hard to be confident. I could totally see somebody dying in like the first 2 minutes, but give me the over.
God, you said minus 150?
Yeah.
And 1 unit?
Yep.
Got you. 1 unit minus 150 on the over 1.5. Yeah. I think it's going to be sweaty because I feel like it's going to be like an end of round 2 type of finish of this. So I can see that cashing like narrowly. But I lean G-Rod. I had him in that Jack fight. And honestly, Jack looked decent. And then, oh my God. And honestly, as somebody who made money on that win, I felt dirty because I was actually watching that with a bunch of friends, and like they were all like celebrating, like, oh, just like loving it, and I'm just sitting there in silence. After I'm the one who won money, and I was celebrating the least because I was like, dude, is he okay, bro? Like that one was that one and the Quinlan one were probably top 3 scariest in the last like 6 months. Those ones both. Like, I didn't really sell it. I mean, I lost money in the Quinlan one, but neither one I was thinking about my money. I was thinking about, like, let me wait to think about my money to feel okay about it until this guy breathes, because I was genuinely concerned. Yeah. I honestly thought, I usually am forgiving on that after the knockout punches, but honestly, G-Rod, get it together. I think it comes back to a comment you said. I don't know if he's the brightest guy, but I mean, bro is like dead on the canvas, and like 3 seconds later, you like hit him with a sledgehammer. Like, pray for Jack Hermanson, man. I honestly like.
Well, he's alive. He's fighting next week.
Oh my God, man! Seriously, like I knew that fight was coming up. I thought it was a couple weeks from now. See, that comes back to what I was talking about at the beginning. But anyways, yeah, oof, rough. But I think G-Rod wins. But I've never been a big Kopylov guy, man. Who knows? G-Rod could do something stupid here. He should grapple, but we'll move on. Speaking of grappling, we got 2 super high level grapplers, wrestling versus jiu-jitsu here. Bo Nickel versus this juicehead turkey. Now, Adolfo Vieira. We're started off with Evan, I think, for this one. Yeah. What do you think, man?
Yeah, man. Hard to be like super confident in Bo Nickel at this big chalk after what we saw in his fight against René de Ritter. Even against Paul Craig, like he really hasn't looked good in a while. But I'm gonna take him here to win the fight, and I'm just gonna take his money line. He's the better athlete here. I feel like some American wrestling is going to shine on this card, and I think he's, probably much better than his last 2 performances, if I had to guess. So I would never bet my actual money on him at this number, but for the sake of the show, I'm just going to go 1 unit, Bo Nickel money line, minus 220.
Gotcha. Bo minus 220. You said 1 unit?
Yeah, 1 unit.
Gotcha. What's up, Glenbot? How you doing, man? Brady, what do you think about this one, man?
Yeah, I mean, we got 14 fights on this card. I kind of think this is my least favorite fight. Like, I kind of just, when I envision this fight, I just think it's gonna stink. I kind of think it's gonna look a little bit like the Paul Craig fight, or when Rodolfo fought Petrosky, just like 2 wrestler grapplers, striking for 15 minutes type thing. So, yeah, I think Nickel wins. I really don't love the price. Like, I actually think Vieira is live, but at the end of the day, I think Nickel wins. I think this fight goes the distance, though. I'm going to go 1 unit. Fight goes the distance. I don't think Nickel has the power to knock out Vieira, who's actually super tough and has never been knocked out. And then Vieira is not knocking out anybody. So I kind of think it's one of those bets where it can look pretty sweat-free if it kind of plays out how I'm thinking. So fight goes minus 125. I'll go a unit on that.
Gotcha. Minus 125. Fight goes. Yeah, I honestly think this is going to look like the Paul Craig fight, bro. Like, the thing that scares me, honestly, and it's funny because I've been defending Bo, even though, like, it was the definition of a fraud check, but I do feel like people are overdoing it. Like, they're, man, like, yeah, he'll never be any, like, he's not ever going to be nothing. If you want to say he'll never be champ, okay. If you want to say that, I'm not ready to say that, honestly. But, would I expect that? I'm not I wouldn't pick that to happen, but I still think, dude's got a ton of potential. RDR is a problem. Yeah, the last performance wasn't good, but still, Brendan Allen is a problem as well. It's like these are all some of the best in the division. Bo's not even got 10 fights. So, yeah. The thing is, though, stylistically, Vieira's not like a super easy fight, man. Like, I remember having money on Chris Curtis in that fight, him stuffing all the takedowns, and it's still being a close fight. And Chris Curtis is a better striker than Bo Nickel. Like, he's a better boxer, more power, and better striker overall. Obviously doesn't have the takedown defense, but Chris Curtis stuffed every takedown. And that was like, I thought he clearly won Curtis, but it's not like it was a blowout. It was pretty competitive. And Chris Curtis, a much better fighter. So I don't know. I'm kind of just gonna watch this one, man. Because as much as I'm ready to think that Bo's gonna get back on the horse and he's still like one of the best in the division, I actually think this is a weird matchup, man. Like where if you don't want to wrestle him, it could be weird. Vieira's got a nasty jab. His jab is like his best strike on the feet, and I could see that being a problem for Bo. But we'll see. Yeah, I'll probably just watch it as a fan. But we'll move on to the main card. We got Beneil Dariush taking on Benoit Saint Denis. We'll start this one off with Brady. What do you think about this one, man?
Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite fights on the card. I mean, anytime Benoit Saint Denis steps in there, you're gonna expect violence. You're gonna expect a car crash. I mean, this guy's an absolute madman. All offense, no defense, no regard for his own safety. And I don't know, it's a tough fight to call in a sense that, I think stylistically, like it's a good fight for Dariush. Like he has elite anti-grappling. The takedown defense is elite. The grappling is elite. The get-up game, scrambling ability is all elite. And he's a good striker, really good striker. A lot of power as well. He has a lot of things that I really like. What I don't like, though, is he's now 36 years old. He's getting older and older. In these last 3 fights, the chin has always kind of been a concern, but last 3 fights, he's been knocked down in all 3. He's been knocked out in 2 of the 3. Renato Moicano, who really drops no. I think Moicano, prior to that Dariush fight, had only 1 knockdown in the UFC ever. And Moicano knocked him down. It's like, I think that, it's going to be a war, and I think it's going to be a car crash. And in that car crash, I got to favor the guy that's just more durable, and that's Saint Denis. So I kind of expect this fight to play out on the feet. I don't expect Saint Denis to have a lot of success with the grappling. I think they're going to be forced to strike, and I think Benny's actually going to look pretty good up until that big shot lands. So I'm going to say Saint Denis wins this fight. I'm going to say he wins it by knockout here, and I'm going to take his knockout prop at plus 160 on FanDuel, and I'm going to go 2.5 units. Actually, I'll go 2 units on the Saint Denis knockout prop at plus 160.
Plus 160, BSD KO, 2.5. You said 2. How many units?
I'll go 2 units on it.
2 units. 2 units. All right. And what about you, Evan?
Yeah, great fight. Love this fight. It's going to be a car crash. Fight does not start round 3. Minus 136 on FanDuel. 4 units. Por favor, gracias.
Doesn't start round 3. You said 4 units. What's the line?
Minus 136.
Minus 136. Doesn't start round 3.
They got minus 125 on DraftKings if you want it, Evan.
Thanks, man.
I got you.
This is a gentleman's game. I appreciate it.
Yeah, gentleman's game.
Got you. All right. Yeah, I like the underdog here, man, honestly. And you brought up a lot of good points, Brady. Like, that's obviously what I'm worried about is the durability. Obviously, we've seen it be an issue even in the last fight, which you won. Like, you're not seeing Moicano drop a lot of guys like you touched on. So that's not a good look. He has looked like he's slowing down. I get that, that's definitely fair. I've just never been super high on BSD, man. And like, I just remember him. Obviously, we first saw him when he got absolutely destroyed by Zaleski. I get it was a weight class up, but he took a ton of punishment. And then, man, I got to say, people have been trying to speaking of Moicano, they are rewriting history on that Moicano fight. I've been hearing who was saying it, man. It was I don't even want to call him out. It's my boy, but he was saying and I had to get in the chat like, bro, saying Moicano was what basically got saved by that doctor stop, and I'm like, dude, Moicano took his lunch money. He beat the shit out of BSD. I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm biased. I had money on Hanato and Inside the Distance, but you know, that was a beatdown. I think Hanato took his foot off the gas in the second round because he saw what was in front of him. He said, "Oh, let me chill for a second because this dude isn't going to be able to continue here in a minute." I don't think he was slowing down. I think he saw, like, he's a smart guy, and he was trying to get, like, he was like, okay, the doctor's going to step in here and stop this fight. But anyways, yeah, I just don't think BSD, like, he's usually submitting guys when he wins. I know we saw Chiesa submit Benil, but that's like, he's a specialist. Like, he gets to your back, it's lights out. And BSD's got a good rear naked choke too, but I'd be pretty surprised if he submitted Dariush. It would have to be like a club and sub, man. I think BSD's the better grappler. So unless he just gets chinned here, and honestly, I think Dariush is the better boxer. So it's like, I got to go Dariush, man. I took his money line, but I don't hate some of these props I'm seeing on Dariush, finish props, but is Cody constantly higher? Is this dude's brain just cooked? It's probably both, bro. But yeah, we can move on to this next one. Another banger fight. We got Leon Edwards, Carlos Prates, former champ Leon Edwards. Carlos Prates still, despite having finally, taking that L to Ian Gary, still got a ton of momentum. I think we are starting with Evan. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I like Prates here. I'm getting a little spooked, however, by this little Leon Edwards steam that has come in today. I think Carlos can be had for -162 on Bet Online right now. So I'm a little spooked. A lot of sharp guys I talk to are on the same side, but the number hasn't really done anything other than now come back in. So I'm a little spooked by the line movement today, but I don't like to overthink that stuff. I'm going to you know what? I'm going to go ends inside the distance, -110. I'm just going to take that. Because I do think Leon Edwards is about to get knocked out here. That's what I think happens. And that's technically a better number than Carlos's money line. So let's just go with that. Cover my ass a little bit if Leon comes out and finds a sub.
Got you. All right. And what's the line on that?
-110, just a 1 unit.
All right, got you. Brady, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm spooked by the line movement. I just don't really understand it because I don't really see many people at all on Edwards, and quite frankly, I don't know where the Edwards confidence is coming from, considering he's looked off these last couple fights, and Prates is an absolute killer. So I kind of expected the line to be wider. So the fact that money is coming on Edwards, I just find interesting. With that said, I don't really care. I'm still going to take Prates here. And I'm just going to take him inside the distance, +155. I think if he's winning by finish. I think if he gets going, he's going to be the first person to knock out Leon Edwards. My concern is that he kind of falls into the Edwards verse in terms of, staring contest for 15 minutes. But, man, if Prates gets going, this guy's one of the scariest guys in the division. He's long, he's rangy, he's quick, really fast hands, and those hands have a ton of power. So, although Edwards has never been knocked out, we've seen him hurt, and Prates, this guy has the death touch. So I think Prates knocks him out. I'm hoping he comes out here with some urgency, because if he does have some urgency, I think he puts him away. So I'll go 1.5 units, 1.5 units on Prates inside the distance. Best price +155 on Bet Rivers.
Gotcha. Wait, Evan, you took Fight Doesn't Go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Anyways, yeah. I actually don't have I think this is a tough. There's a couple dogs I like on this card, but I'm actually going back to back. I like Leon here, man. There's a bunch of guys I know. I feel like a lot of the people I know are on Cortez, but or like the sharp people I talk to and stuff. But and I get why. Obviously, Leon has not been looking good at all. But I don't know. Like you said and kind of touched on, I have a feeling this could end up being kind of a lower ball. Like I think this is gonna end up being a Leon fight. That's like when I look at it, how it's going to end up being in my head, how I picture it is like a perfect Leon Edwards win. Now, I don't mean like a perfect performance by him. I'm saying a perfect way the fight's going to give a perfect like tempo for Leon to win, and bounce back. It's a striker who's probably going to, he does have those moments where he just goes kind of kill mode. We've seen that. When he does that, obviously, if he's able to put Leon up against the cage or back him up, that's definitely going to be dangerous. But if they're just going to get into like a tepid pace kickboxing match, like that's Leon. Like that's where his bread and butter is, man. And obviously everybody's talking about like Leon getting knocked out, but hey, we've seen Cortez get chinned, and I think Leon could also take him down. That's the other thing is like, Leon's got good grappling. Good wrestling, and he's really nasty in the clinch with knees and elbows of the body, but also like trips and body lock. Obviously hit that on Usman. I think that was largely because he kind of threw him off guard. Obviously Usman, who had never been taken down, didn't see that coming. But yeah, I'm going with Leon here, man. I got him earlier.
Oh no, we lost.
Dude, you're going on Big Steve's channel next?
Yeah, about 30 minutes.
All right.
My God.
There you are.
I haven't done that in a while. That was one of those I hit back instead of Tapology. I hit it on myself. Hopefully you guys kept the show going.
Yeah.
You entertained the people. But yeah, we can move on though, man. Let's go to the next one, man. This main card is crazy, but we'll go to this feature fight. We got Sean Brady taking on Michael Morales. And I think we are over to Brady for this one, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I really like this fight. I really do. I really like both guys. I think both guys have a ton of upside. Like Mike Morales, undefeated. This guy has a ton of power. Sean Brady, one of the best grapplers in the division. I mean, this guy's grappling and wrestling is incredible. And it's a tough fight for me to call. It's a close line here, and I'm not really sure how it's going to play out. I think it's going to come down to whether or not Brady's able to get that grappling game going and going pretty early here. If it turns out he is able to, take down Morales and get him on his back, I think Brady's going to obviously have a ton of success. But on the flip side, if it turns out Brady's not able to take down Morales, I think it could be I think it could end pretty quickly with a Morales knockout. So I actually think, Morales by KO is pretty live. I was looking at that. Morales by KO is sitting at plus 370. Wow. Plus 370. I don't get that. I was also looking at Brady's submission potentially, which is plus 475. I think both those have a lot of value, but I also think the fight doesn't go to decision. At plus 108 currently has a lot of value as well, because I could see Brady implementing that grappling, getting into dominant positions. And if he gets into dominant positions, I don't care who he's fighting. I mean, his submission game's next level. And like I said, if Brady's not able to get the grappling going, I mean, Morales can take his head off. So I'm going to take the fight doesn't go plus 108 for 1.5 units. But man, those finish props on both sides are very juicy this week.
Hell yeah. You said fight doesn't go. What's the line?
Plus 108 on FanDuel, and I'll go a unit and a half.
1.5 units. Got you. Plus 108. Fight doesn't go to decision. And Evan, what do you got, man?
Yeah, that was a really good breakdown. Thanks, Brady. But here's what's gonna happen in the fight. Sean Brady's about to squash this young man. Okay, this isn't a close fight. This line is wrong. It's wrong. I got Sean Brady at 75% here. You didn't do your tape, did you, Brady? Bro, guy has his back against the cage all day in every single fight. He can't stay off the cage. He gets taken down. Adam Fuget's getting 3 minutes of top time on him. This guy sucks ass. Michael Morales sucks ass. Sean Brady's about to squash this boy. 5 units, Sean Brady money line.
Woo!
Damn.
Well, hopefully he does it by sub, so I cash my bet too.
Let me check the line. What do we got? Minus 130.
Yep.
Yeah, minus 130. Sean Brady
No,
minus
it's a good
130.
fight. It's a really good fight. I think it's too much too soon for Morales. I think he's outmatched here in the grappling significantly. I think he's going to get bodied. I do, but I think he's going to be a top 10 guy for a long time, maybe fight for a title one day. I just don't think this is a good fight for him.
Too much for Zesty, Mike.
Evan, does the size scare you at all? They faced off and he looks pretty. No, okay.
No, because Brady knows the assignment. Brady, he's going to be just as tall as him when he's on top of him, smashing him and
That's
looking
fair.
for chokes.
He was walking around like 215.
He's a big dude.
It's a big cut.
Yeah, it is a big cut. Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna seriously just come down to like you're gonna know who's gonna win this fight probably within like 2 minutes.
Bro, I'm telling you who's gonna win the fight. Sean Brady's gonna win the fight. Sean Brady.
I agree. I got Sean Brady to win. Not as confident as you are, but
this is the bet of the card. Sean Brady. You're welcome, everybody.
Well, Evan, what do you think about the submission? I mean, the submission prop is crazy, no? It's like almost plus 400.
Yeah, I'll sprinkle that too.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Let's go. Maybe 3rd round sub. He's going to break him.
I have seen Morales do some questionable things in the grappling.
Dude, he looks bad off of his back, man.
I mean, Fuget was like holding him down, man. I was like,
Trevin Giles is like threatening head and arm chokes. You know, like this is not a good fight for Morales.
Officer Giles.
Yeah. What? Because he beat Neil Magny and Gilbert Burns. Like, dude, this is different.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite as confident as you, but I do got Sean Brady as well. But we'll move on to this next one, man. We got the first title fight on the card. This is honestly a super fight. Valentina Shevchenko, Weili Zhang, Zhang Weili, whichever way you want to go. We'll start it off with Evan. What do you got, man? I just realized I've been in the middle.
I don't even know, dude. I don't know what to do with this fight. I want to think that Val is going to be too physical and too big and size matters. That's kind of what I think. But I also think that she's regressing. It's tough, dude. This is tough. I do think it's going the distance, and I think it's going to be a close fight. I think they're both going to have their moments. I'm just going to take a unit on goes the distance at minus 250. Super lame, but I don't want to, risk it for the biscuit on these WMMA fights.
This is a minus 210. Yeah, minus 210 on FanDuel. You said 1 unit? Gotcha.
Yeah, 1 unit.
Fight goes the distance, minus 210 for Evan. 1 unit. What do you got here, Brady?
Yeah, that's what I've written down too. I mean, I hate to say the same thing, but I mean, there's not much sticking out. Like it's a tough fight to call because it's hard to really for me to pick against either one of these ladies. Like they've just been so dominant. Weili Zhang cleared out the strawweight division. Shevchenko's been doing her thing at the flyweight division for years. It's like picking against or betting against either one of these ladies just seems tough for me. No props really sticking out. I guess I saw Zhang by submission at plus 1200. I thought was kind of enticing, but I do think this fight goes the distance. I do think it's probably competitive. I do think it comes down to who the crooked, corrupt judges thinks wins. Could see a split here potentially. So, by the way, maybe I'll do that. What is fight ends by split decision on DK? I can try to pull it up.
You dirty dog.
Yep.
It's a great
plus 400 on Bet Online.
Really? Give me it.
Yeah, it's only 250 on DraftKings, but it's plus 400 on
plus 250 on DK.
Hold up, bro. I want to backtrack. I want the same bet. No, we're allowed to do that, right, Cody? No,
you
I've been
dirty
accused. I've been
dog.
accused of stealing bets on this program
Dirty,
before.
dirty dog.
You can have it. You can have it.
No, if you want it, take it, man.
It's gonna be Zhang by unanimous. Let's go.
All right, final. That's what you want? You sure? Because if it's a split, you're gonna be butthurt.
No, I'll take the GTD. I was just playing around.
All right. GTD minus 210 for a unit for Evan, and then 1 unit on the split plus 400 for Brady. I honestly think, whereas you think the bet on the card is Brady, I think I'm a big Zhang fan. I just don't think she's gonna win this fight, man. Like and there's some of the guys that I talk to all the time about all the fights that I've been going back and forth with. It feels like most of the sharps are on the Zhang side. Maybe that's because it's the slight plus money, but so I respect that. You know, they have there's good takes on both sides, but so I get it, and she's definitely one of the best. I think if you don't think both these girls are top 5 goats, like I don't think anybody doesn't think that about Valentina, but you got to put Zhang at like 3 or 4 as well. I would put her at like 4, probably 4 or 5. But yeah, I mean, I just think the side. I think Valentina. I mean, dude, who's out wrestled Valentina? Like Talia Santos took her down a couple times. Jennifer Maia got a takedown. Amanda Nunes took her down a couple times. That's it. That's honestly it. Like, Zhang's super athletic and quick and explosive, and she's going to be much faster. So maybe she can catch Shevchenko off guard with that speed, get to her hips a couple times. But overall, I would be pretty surprised if she out-grappled Shevchenko, man. I think either girl gets on top, they're going to look good. Like, both girls have looked like they can be controlled if you get on top of them. But yeah, I think Shevchenko, man, she's gonna get takedowns here, and I think she's a more technical striker. She's gonna be able to use those kicks at range on the feet. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shevchenko, I get like she's probably got a little bit more miles on her than Zhang, but I think Shevchenko is gonna get it done here, man. But we can move on to this main event. Hey, I haven't said this the entire time, but like this video, subscribe. Appreciate you. Make sure you go into the caption of this and give both these guys, follow them on X or Twitter, check them out, or check DFS out over on YouTube. We still need, Evan, you to bring the podcast back. But I used to always watch the group show. We won't say the name of it. I always used to like when you were on that panel show. But
Cumboat Capital?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, yeah. Maybe we'll have a reunion tour one of these days.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, we can move on to this main event. Definitely go check them out. Yeah, main event, we got JDM, Jack Della Maddalena taking on Islam Makhachev. What do you guys think, man? We'll start off with I think we are to is it Evan? Yeah, Evan. No, Brady. My bad.
Yeah, I think it's me. Yeah, I can't wait for this fight. Very good fight. Big fan of both these guys. Islam Makhachev coming up to welterweight. And yeah, he looks pretty good. I think he's going to do just fine, in the welterweight division. I mean, this guy had to cut, so much weight to get down to lightweight. So yeah, I think he'll be fine up here. And I don't know, I'm not extremely confident one side or another. You can make cases for both guys. Like if Jack's able to, stuff some takedowns, scramble back up if he does get taken down on the feet. Although I think Islam is a very underrated striker on the feet, Jack's striking is incredible. The volume, the power. There's a lot of great things, in the stand-up, but, we have seen Jack taken down a lot. We've seen him put into a lot of bad positions. Basil Hafez, getting in, getting to mount, putting in a head and arm choke. Angelusa back on Contender Series, head and arm choke, fully locked in. We saw him, almost get Darst against Ramazan Amif. So it's like he's getting put into a lot of bad spots, and credit to him, he's able to get out of said spots. But I mean, if Makhachev gets a Darst locked up, I'm not quite confident that Jack's going to get out of it. So yeah, I think there's a couple different ways to play this fight for sure. But Islam is minus 270 now. I like him to win by sub. I think I'd rather play the sub prop than his money line, because I think if he is winning and he is looking minus 270, he's probably going to, snatch something up at some point. The submission prop looks to be best price right now on FanDuel at plus 195. And I'll go 2 units on Islam sub plus 195.
Islam sub plus 195, 2 units. What do you got, Evan?
Yeah, I like Jack on the number. I'm going to take Jack Della Maddalena round 4, 5, or by decision, plus 420 on FanDuel for 2 units. I think it's going to be a dogfight, man. I do. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I mean, I could see Islam subbing him early, but he put on a lot of muscle, man, and he's going to have to move around to welterweight like that. You know, he might slow down here. So I think Jack will have to survive an early storm or, you know, and then work his way back into the fight. But he's a dog, so I think he will do that. So I like Jack late or by decision.
Gotcha. You said money line, though, right?
No, I'm taking he wins in round 4 or 5 or by decision. That's a line on FanDuel, plus 420.
That's a good number.
Hashtag nice. Yeah, I'm betting it right now.
Hashtag nice. You said how many units on that?
Oh, dude, look at this limit. 2 units.
2 units. Got you. And how many units was on your the Cortez fight doesn't go to decision?
Hold on. 1.
1 unit. That was minus 125 for 1 unit. And then yours, Cortez inside the distance. Brady, how many units was on that?
1.5.
1.5. 1.5 units inside the distance for Cortez plus 155. Cool.
Yes.
I'm gonna run through these plays real quick, and then just make sure they're on point, and then we'll build a couple of super quick parlays and get y'all out of here because I know Brady's got a. Actually, you know what? I'll text them to you so we save some time because Brady's got a show. I'll send it in a DM, and then you can just let me know if it's on point. But we should be good, honestly. But I also check the replay and make sure I'm good. But anyways, let's do this super quick because we know Brady. By the way, speaking of that, where is your next show at so people can check it out?
I'm going on Big Steve's channel, Big Brain Podcast, in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, check him out, Big Steve, the legend. But
Steve is super square. Don't listen to Steve's bets. Very, very square guy.
Why don't we do it like this? Both of y'all give me a money line, and then we'll do like a prop parlay and a money line parlay.
Sean Brady.
Who'd you say?
Sean Brady. Take it to the bank.
Sean Brady.
Free money.
What do you got?
God, I really don't like any money lines.
He wants to say Daukaus.
Minus 500. I'm good. I'll go Chepe. That's the one money line I don't hate, even though I like the knockout prop better. But I'll go Chepe.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna go. Especially since it's not directly conflicting with y'all's plays, we'll go Valentina. Don't worry, boys. It's a free square. Bet the house. Oh, don't say it. No, I said it, and I'll say it again.
That's going to catch.
It's a lock.
I'm going to tell you on this, Cody.
It's a good parlay.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me on the Brady bet. Dude, coward. Scared money don't make money.
No, you know what? Honestly, I might take that sub prop so we can ride together. I'm gonna be looking at it because honestly, I am on Brady. I just haven't figured.
I'm gonna bet Shevchenko, and if she loses, bro, I'm done with Wager Wars. I'm done. I'm out.
Don't worry, bro.
I'm gonna make a rival program. Same exact concept.
I mean, hey, the funny thing is, your opponent was directly inspired for this show. So Brady DFS, the best bet show, was one of the. There's a couple others I don't want to start naming because I'm gonna forget people, but there's a couple others. But yeah. So I'm not the only one to do it, but some love for JDM over there, Mac B, shady talking shit about me as always. So it's always a love-hate relationship with Shady. He does love himself some Evan though, man. loves Evan, but hasn't figured out in the past like 5 years if he likes me. But anyways, Brady,
Shame, my
Chepe,
boy.
Valentina, 25 units. Literally, just tell your wife, look, we gotta pawn your wedding ring. It's fine. Like, we gotta put everything on this. 25 units minimum. Just empty the bankroll for real. But anyways, prop. Let's get a prop, and then we send Brady on his merry way. What do we got? Who's going first? Who's got a prop for me?
I got GM3 by decision, plus 750. Let's go, baby.
It's like his third decision in his career.
Let's make some money. Let's make some money.
60 fights. I know our boy Wheezy. That is not coming up on his stat chart. It is not screaming at him, as he would say.
I like it, dude. I like it. I'm telling you, I like it.
Good. This third decision to win in like 57 fights. Hey, honestly though,
styles make fights.
Yeah, exactly. It's Kyle Daukaus. It's the same reason I cashed 2 Hanato Moicano TKO tickets on Turner and both his knockouts. I cashed on Turner and BSD. But yeah. So we got Gerald decision. What's the line on that?
Plus 750.
That's it?
No, hold up. There's better. Plus 900 on DraftKings.
Okay. All right. I'm about to say, like, don't get me wrong. I think it's possible, but this is something that's happened twice in 57 fights. I want some juice. All right. 900, we can talk. What do you got, Brady?
All right. If we're doing things that aren't happening, give me Rodriguez by submission.
What's that?
Plus 450.
Plus 450.
Get a little crazy.
Well, now I feel like I might as well go.
RoboCop. Yeah.
I gotta finish the cycle at this point.
You need a knockout.
Yeah. I mean, Dariush is gonna fucking knock BSD's head off his fucking shoulders, but I know you guys are.
I don't mind it. I don't mind that.
I like it.
What's the line on that? Because I was gonna do Chepe, but we do have him in the money line parlay. I'd love to spread it out if we could, but
Ooh, Dariush KO plus 600 on FanDuel for Dariush KO.
Ooh. Should I do that or Chepe KO?
Either's well, I don't want to mush Chepe.
Yeah.
You know, let's
yeah. We'll do
craziest parlay ever.
Yeah. Dariush KO. That's hitting. Like, fuck, you know, fuck the 25 units, man. 50 units. Dariush KO plus 600. Gerald decision plus 900. G-Rod sub plus 450. What's that?
Something crazy, man. It's gonna be something ridiculous.
Yeah, plus 450 plus 600 plus 900 plus 380-400. So $100 wins you 38 grand.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So 50 units on that. Retire. I mean, dude, if you put $1,000 on that, you're winning almost $500,000. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
It's gonna hit.
I didn't. If you want my full breakdown, it is in my videos, MacBees. I know we got to get Brady out of here. I did do a full breakdown on the main event, but I'm leaning Islam or like an early sub. But if it gets into those later rounds, JDM is definitely going to be super live. So I definitely don't hate where Evan's head is at with those late finish or decision props, because I think that's how JDM would win. I don't think he's knocking Islam out early, but I could see Islam slowing as the fight goes. But let's get out of here, man. Go check out Brady over at just go into YouTube and search Big Steve. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Or go on Twitter, go to his Big Steve and go check them out. They're going to be talking about the fights. Like this video, subscribe, go into the caption and give both of them some love. I put their socials on there, so go give them a follow. It takes 2 seconds. Appreciate y'all for watching. Any last words for the chat, Evan, Brady?
If you do want my card for this weekend, ParamountSports.com. You can find my bets there. ParamountSports.com. Thank you, guys. Love you guys.
Yeah. Best of luck, everybody. Thanks for having me on, Cody and Evan. Best of luck to you. Let's see if you can go 2-0.
Good luck. See you guys.
Oh yeah. Hey, appreciate y'all. Make some money, man. Enjoy the fights. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
See you.